Fullerton, California, and I don't know where the heck everybody else is right now, but everybody should be down here because we've got Josh Newman over there, the wannabe veteran who voted to raise our gas tax, who voted to help turn California into a sanctuary state, is over here supposing to be rallying for re-election here. And the last thing that we need is one more state senator in the state legislature who is support. Oh my gosh, look at this. Stop the $1 million boondoggle. Have you lost your mind? Folks, I need you down here. We are at 143 North Raymond Street, Fullerton, California. You figure out the zip code, folks. This is an absolute joke. Now, don't you think it's absolutely crazy they have the word tax service right in front of it? Support. No recall. Well, who borrowed this, huh? Oh my God, a guy wearing a pussy hat too? Really? You want to stop the $1 million boondoggle? Let's get rid of Josh Newman. Are you freaking kidding me? You support Josh Newman even though he raised our gas tax?
I'm not talking to you.
Why not? You have no problem? We are paying higher gas taxes. We have the highest gas tax in the state of California, and you want to support United Food and Commercial Workers. I worked at a grocery store. You know how hard it is for working people just to pay their gas now? It's $3 and $3.03? $3.03? That's the cheapest it is. My father's in Oregon. It's $2.50. Have you guys lost your mind? Everybody shows up. They want to protect Josh Newman, the same Josh Newman who raised our gas tax, the same Josh Newman who helped turn California into an apartheid sanctuary state. Are you kidding me? This is Orange County, folks. Seriously? And whose boondoggle is this? Really? You want to talk about boondoggles? Let's talk about the Democratic Party and how they're falling apart at the seams. Would someone please tell me how any of this is rational? Look at this. Oh, look at that. They even have like, isn't this what they do to protect criminals or something?
No on the recall. No on the recall. No on the recall.
Why? Why do you support Josh? He raised your gas tax, dude. You don't care?
Our roads.
It isn't fixing our roads. I just drove through Fullerton. There are potholes everywhere. Are you crazy? And where's all the money? There's been billions of dollars going to transport, and now we're seeing it going towards illegals. Have you lost your mind? So look at this. We got labor unions here. All right. United Food and Commercial Workers, 324. The same commercial workers, grocery store clerks, food clerks, and etc. And they are barely making ends meet as it is. Oh yes, they're going to get a $1 forced wage hike, but what's going to be the result of that? How many more people are going to be unemployed because of the minimum wage hike going up? No on the recall. There must be a lot of people who want it, or wouldn't have even gotten on the ballot. Does anybody know how difficult it is to get a recall going? They want Josh Newman gone, folks. Let's see, who else we got here? You have the courage to tell me why you want to support Josh Newman, the same guy who raised your gas tax, the same guy who is endangering innocent lives by helping to turn this state into a sanctuary state for illegals? Straight out of Compton.
Have you looked at
Don't touch me. Do not touch me, lady. There was plenty of money already available to fix those roads. That money has been going to pensions, benefits. It's been going to cronyism. We have two people doing the same job. No. You don't have a problem paying higher gas tax. You think it's funny?
No, I
$3? You care about your state, then why do you see all the money being wasted? Have you lost your mind? So we see a bunch of corrupt unions who were paid, what is it? How much money do you make? You make 500 grand as a union leader when your own workers are getting thrown under the bus? What the hell is this? Nobody can tell me why they want to support Josh Newman, the same guy who raised their gas tax. No, I don't have to go anywhere. What are you afraid of? Tell me why you're supporting Josh Newman, the same Josh Newman who raised your gas tax, the same Josh Newman who is endangering American citizens by putting out illegals. Whoa, is that all you got? Just boo? That's it? Why, you're being paid to be here because you're union people? Is that it? Is that the only reason why? Because you're paying more for gas and we're not seeing the roads being fixed. So please explain to me why you think Josh Newman deserves another shot at staying in the state Senate. The same guy who is pushing not just the gas tax, but he voted for cap and trade, which is total nonsensical science bullshit. Pardon my English, I don't have a nicer way of putting it. Let's take a look at this. Union grocery workers. And who's paying for this, I wonder? The same workers whom you're screwing over? Look at this, everybody. They are taking from the very union workers, they take their money to push these ridiculous campaigns for the very politicians who are raising their taxes, who are making it harder for them to pay their bills. This is the insanity that's become the Democratic Party. And look at this, they have a sign that says tax service? Unbelievable. Yeah, because of Josh Newman raising our gas taxes. Hey, where's De Leon? Yeah, you got more people who are now paying taxes. We've talked about this. We've talked about this how many times? You don't have a problem with raising the gas tax? Okay, well, they wouldn't have to be here if Josh Newman was...
You got your issues. You talk to somebody else.
No. I get to talk to you here because you think this is okay. Okay, now it's my turn. Tell me, why do you think it's acceptable to defend a state senator who is endangering the lives of American citizens? Josh Newman voted to turn California into an outlaw state for illegal aliens, and there might be some of them elected in the state legislature as we speak. Please explain to me why you want to defend a state senator who raised our gas tax. Please tell me, you United Food and Commercial Workers, you claim to be for working people. Why are you standing by a state senator who decided that he wants to make working people's lives even harder, raising their gas tax? And not just the first gas tax, but let's talk about the cap and trade betrayal. We don't have to worry about cap and trade when you have a guy who's capping it at the knees and taking away our money. And there's that creepy lady who attacked people in Brea. Smile. There's that creepy lady who harassed women and children in front of a Walmart in Brea right there. And suddenly she doesn't want to talk to me anymore. How can you possibly stand by somebody who raises the gas tax, who wants to turn California into an outlaw sanctuary state for illegal aliens? Oh, and there's creepy Tony Atkins, one of the most corrupt, what is he, like Stay Puft Marshmallow Woman over there? And where's Kevin Leon? We know that's not your real name, buddy. So please tell us, what would you like to tell the working people in Huntington Park or in Cudahy? Oh, and there's Queenie Steve. There we go. We got two people who bend over for every single special interest in Sacramento, but don't seem to care a whit about working men and women who are struggling just to pay the bills in the state of California. What would you like to tell the working people in San Diego, Tony? How many homeless people are there? There are men and women now who are afflicted with hepatitis A, hepatitis B, and all you've done is make it easier for people to live on the street rather than find a good job. So tell me, Tony, what would you like to tell those homeless people? The very people, hey, you and your wife were trying to screw over the housing program. So tell me, what would you like to tell the working people of San Diego, of Los Angeles County? What about Orange County? You're here in Fullerton. You don't even represent this community. So tell me, we have working, oh, hey, and there's Josh Newman, the fake veteran, the guy who was cashing out on his credibility, quote unquote. I have had sources telling me that Josh there never actually served in the military. And this is a guy who wants to take advantage of men and women who fought for this country, put their lives on the line. This is a guy who instead wants to steal from every working person in the state of California and have them pay his bills. You want to stop the $1 million boondoggle? I got a great idea, Josh. Why don't you not take a salary? Hey, better yet, why don't you just leave office right now? What is it, Tony? You don't want to tell me why you think it's okay to steal from working people? What is it, Tony? Why do you have a problem talking to working people, men and women who have to now pay your salary? You wanted to create an office for new Americans?
What you really meant is illegal aliens. We have men and women of all backgrounds, of all colors, American citizens who work hard every day. And what you did instead was to help steal their money. What you wanted to do was take away from working people. There she is, there's Tony. She and her wife were trying to get corrupt with a crony contract to build more housing. What they really wanted to do was to build their own political careers. So tell me, Tony, look over here. Why don't you man up and explain that you really want to rip off all the working people of the state of California? You don't care about working Americans. You don't care about working Californians. I know men and women of all backgrounds in Huntington Park, in Cudahy, men and women who are struggling from day to day, from paycheck to paycheck, and you just made it harder when you raised the gas tax going after working people. And please tell me, in these cities that are majority Latino, they don't even want sanctuary state policies. They want Americans protected. So tell me, Josh, are you going to resign yet? Are you going to donate your salary? How about that? Who do you think you are, trying to cash in on your veteran status when you made it harder for working veterans to be able to make it this way? And there's Kevin Leon, who seems to care more about illegals than he does Americans. This guy has yet to even meet with the parents of Kate Steinle. What about their rights? What about the needs of American citizens, men and women who struggle from day to day? We have an unprecedented homeless crisis in the state of California, and what have you done? You made it even harder for people to make ends meet. A gas tax, a cap and trade tax. What's next? Are you going to tax people just for breathing? Oh, well, that's what cap and trade really is now, isn't it? Come on, Tony, don't be shy. You were such a big shot when you claimed to be the leader in the state assembly, when you were ripping everybody off and you and your wife were trying to get corrupt and get easy contracts with housing building. You want to talk about you want to end boondoggles? Let's end the Democratic Party dominance in the state of California. Hey, Josh, Orange County doesn't want you. Tell me, how is it possible that a recall effort has been so successful? I'll tell you why, because people wised up and realized that it was voter fraud that got you elected. How is it possible that there was an unprecedented 22% surge in the voter turnout, and then suddenly you get elected by a mere 1,000 votes in Orange County? You know what? It doesn't happen. It's called voter fraud. There was 134% turnout in Los Angeles County. There was 110% turnout in northern counties in Northern California, too. Come on, Josh, don't be shy. You had no problem brazenly voting to raise our gas tax. Why is it that you think that you can just keep ripping people off without any regard or any respect for the working men and women in the state of California? Oh, God, get that kid away from him. He's probably going to take her candy, too. Oh, that disgusts me. Now you want to hide behind little children to try to justify your rapaciousness? Oh, brother. Don't these state senators have better work to do? Oh, brother. We've got Roth, we've got Portantino, and there's Queenie Steve, who's neglecting Gardena. Oh, look at him turn around. Doesn't suddenly want to talk to me. I know about the crap that you did to Tasha Serta. You threw her off that planning commission for no good reason. Looking at the sky isn't going to fix it there, Queenie. So tell me now, Portantino, what did you do to Mike Antonovich to try to rip off the seat from there? Oh, look at that. Now they want to block me? Why is this? I thought you guys were all about openness and inclusion and tolerance. Look at this now. Why is it that Josh Newman doesn't want to speak to me and tell me to his face why he thinks it's okay to rip off working Americans? Sorry. Why do you have a problem with working people trying to get by from day to day? So tell me, Josh, how many dead people voted for you? Tell me, how many illegals voted for you, Josh? Do you really think that you're representing the best and the brightest of our country and our communities? You guys really need the exercise, I guess. You seem to forget. You guys go low, I go high. Isn't that what Michelle Obama taught you to do? So tell me, Josh, why do you have a problem with American citizens wanting to drive a car? Because you wanted to tax people out of their cars. Yay, look at all the union people who were paid to be here and are ripping off the very workers they claim to represent. Oh, shame on you, Josh Newman. Having a little kid in your arms isn't going to justify your stealing from us. So please tell me, Josh, why do you think it's okay to rip off working Americans? And there's that creepy lady right there from Brea who was harassing women and children. Boo! Look at this. Hey, Tony, did you get a nice little contract for your wife when you were ripping off the housing contracts? We know what's going on in San Diego, you creepy lady. Why do you think it's okay to rip off working people? Men and women who are struggling in the state of California. The state of California is suffering the worst on every single metric imaginable, and Democrats and the state legislature have made it 1,000 times worse. Shame on all of you. Devin De Leon, are you going to bring Kate Steinle back to life? Or is that why Josh Newman decided to vote for Sanctuary State to try to resurrect his crappy political career? Shame on you. No, I will not. They have no right to be here stealing from American citizens, stealing from our gas. We are not able to pay our bills as it is. This is beyond outrageous. Shame on you, Josh Newman. Shame on you. You robbed the voters of Orange County. You have no right to have that seat representing the 29th State Senate District. You are corrupt. The only reason you got that vote is because of voter fraud. Please someone tell me how it's possible that there was an unprecedented 22% increase in the voter turnout at the last minute. How is that even possible? You know what it's called? It's called voter fraud. And that's why there's a recall to throw you out, because you're a bum. You steal from working Americans. You raise the gas tax. You raise the taxes with cap and trade. Shame on you. Shame on all of you. You put the needs of your special interest cronies ahead of American citizens. Cap and trade is a whole Wall Street scam. You guys sold out just like crooked Hillary. What will all those Bernie supporters say? Bernie got robbed and you guys were in lockstep watching Bernie get robbed. Working Americans have been ripped off by Wall Street cronyism and you guys are in lockstep with this perversion. You should be ashamed of yourselves.
Ears are hurting.
You know what? My ears are hurting. My wallet is hurting. The moral principles in this state are hurting. The roads are falling apart. And where was all that gas money supposed to go? That's not okay. You know what's rude? You know what's rude? My money being taken away from me without cause. Do not touch me, lady. It's not going to work. Shame on all of you. Shame on you. Raising our gas tax. Working Americans, working Californians cannot pay the bills. They can't even pay housing. And you got Miss Tony Atkins over there getting rich off of corrupt housing contracts. What about the rest of us? What about the men and women in Compton? What about the men and women in Inglewood who are barely able to survive? And what you want to do is raise the gas tax? You push the cap and trade crap? You should be ashamed of yourselves. And we don't even have reservoirs to fill up the water. What are we going to do? We do not have water development so we can catch the rain that's falling on us right now. Why do you guys have no respect for working Americans? Why do you guys have no respect for the men and women? We have homeless veterans. We have homeless veterans in need, and you got Kevin Leon here who wants to talk about the needs of illegal aliens rather than caring about American citizens of all backgrounds. So please tell me, Kevin, when are you going to meet with the parents of Kate Steinle? When are you going to commiserate with their pain? What about the parents of Ruben Morphine? What about the parents? What about the parents of Drew Rosenberg? Drew Rosenberg was killed by an illegal alien. Keep honking, it's not working. I am fed up with politicians who don't care about the working Americans, the working Californians. We have gas that's $3 a gallon now because of the gas tax you voted for. Shame on you, Josh Newman. What would you like to tell the homeless veterans who are still trying to find shelter, who are still trying to find care? What is going to happen? What are you going to do for the... I care about veterans. I don't care about donuts. We got veterans on the street. And Josh Newman here, a veteran, quote unquote, cares more about his own political fortunes than he does American citizens. You should be ashamed of yourself, Josh Newman. How dare you? You have no business representing any section of the state of California. This is the best you've got? This is your crowd, Josh? Is this the best you've got? A bunch of union hands who are probably paid to be here. Paid protesters? Paid protesters? Paid affront. Do you have any shame left? Do you have any regard or care for working Americans? Kevin De Leon, you put the needs of illegals? Illegals don't have needs, they have one need, to return to their home countries and come legally. And there's Mr. Roth. Shouldn't you be back in Riverside ripping off the voters of Riverside? Shame on all of you. Shame on all of you. Kevin De Leon, you are never going to command any respect. You should be ashamed of yourself putting illegals ahead of American citizens. You should be ashamed of yourselves. You wanted to create an office for new Americans? What about the Americans who are already here? The men and women who were born here or came legally, who are trying to make the most of their lives here. Why do you not care about their needs? Why do you not care about working Americans who are fighting hard every day? What about their needs? What about working Americans who now have to pay $3 a gallon for gas and they can barely afford even that? The housing crisis is unbelievable here. You guys have made it worse. You've got housing for what? Illegals? Housing for what? Welfare queens? Your future voters? What about our veterans? What about our homeless? What about foster children? Don't their needs come first? What is going on here, guys, that you don't even care? American citizens of all backgrounds are in great need, and all you have done is feather your own nest with special interest and cronyism. And you're using that gas tax money to line your own pockets. We are paying $4, what, a mile to lay down roads? What is going on here? $5, $6? Massive pensions are being paid out to cronies who shouldn't even have a job in Sacramento. Would you please explain to me how you can justify this perversion? Somebody please tell me why you think it's okay to pay another 13 cents a gallon plus the cap and trade corruption. Please, somebody tell me. Somebody please tell me why you would rather see your taxes go up and you don't give a rat crap about the needs of working Americans, men and women of all backgrounds. I've talked to working people in Cudahy, Huntington Park, in Maywood, in Inglewood, in Compton, and they are struggling to get by every day. And what you did instead was to raise the gas tax. Oh, we got to fix the roads. We've had billions of dollars in a transportation fund. Where is all that money gone? So tell me, Josh, what would you like to tell those voters who are struggling from day to day? What would you like to tell the homeowners in Orange County as they witness that it's harder to buy housing? What would you like to tell the men and women who graduate from college with top honors? They can't find a job. They can't find housing. What would you like to tell them? What would you like to tell the men and women who've lost loved ones to illegal aliens, killed because of the sanctuary state policies you've pushed and the sanctuary city jurisdictions that you have stood by? You should be ashamed of yourself, Josh. Having a little child in your arms is not going to justify your rapaciousness. You voted to raise our taxes. You have no regard. You have no caring. You have no dignity. You have no integrity. So tell me, you're okay with paying higher taxes? Yes or no? You're okay with that? $3 a gallon you're paying right now. This is the cheapest I've ever seen. $3? Are you kidding me? And the roads are still crap. The cheapest gas that I found so far is $3 a gallon. $3 a gallon? I can remember when it was $2.20 5 months ago. Somebody please, and there's my corrupt state senator Ben Allen who cares more about illegals. What are you doing here? Why aren't you worrying about the homeless in Santa Monica or in Redondo Beach? This is how desperate it is, folks. To every single one of you who voted for that recall, who are supporting the recall, who helped collect signatures for the recall, like me, I just want you to know that you got every single state senator who doesn't really have any moral principles. They've driven down to Fullerton. Now, why are they down here in Fullerton? Because they're desperately trying to protect Josh Newman's career. This guy is going to be out of a job. Everybody, vote to recall Josh Newman. Josh Newman is corrupt. Josh Newman is hiding behind his veteran status to justify ripping off working Americans. He cares more about illegal aliens than he does Americans. He cares more about illegals than he does the homeless. Ew, you want to hug Stay Puft Marshmallow Woman over there. Tony Hopkins is corrupt. She ripped off San Diegans. This woman has stood idly by and watched our rights being taken away, our religious liberties being hammered at. Shame on you, Tony Atkins, but I can understand why you want to protect Josh Newman. He's just as corrupt as you are. And there's the guy right there who tried to get me out of Ben Allen's office, but it didn't work. You guys should be ashamed of yourselves. ripping off working families, ripping off working Americans. What, to feather the nest for what? Your pensioners? To feather the nest of labor unions? You guys are going to lose your forced unionism very soon. There's not a damn thing you can do about it. Josh Newman is corrupt. Josh Newman is faking his veteran status so that he can get some easy, cheap votes from Orange County residents. Josh Newman, you need to go back. Why don't you start helping the homeless veterans rather than taking their money? You should be ashamed of yourselves. You should all be ashamed of yourselves taking advantage of working people. They struggle from day to day, like the men and women in the United Food and Commercial Workers. I wonder how many of them would feel when they find out that Josh Newman, whom these unions are taking their money to support this guy, it was the same Josh Newman who raised their gas taxes. That's why we want to get rid of Josh Newman. Josh Newman, you should be in a sitcom because you are a joke. You are a state senator that is all about nothing. Oh, what is it, Josh? You don't want to hide behind the little kid anymore? I feel sorry for that little child. You should be ashamed of yourself, ripping off working Californians. I'm paying $3 a gallon now because of you and your corrupt colleagues raising our taxes. Don't you have any shame? Don't you have any honor? Did you claim to die or fight on a field of battle so that you could take our money away? That's not what liberty's about. How dare you misuse whatever veteran status you claim to have so that you can rip off American citizens? And now you've got creepy, corrupt Tony Atkins here who loves to line her packets with HUD money, taking taxpayer dollars, seizing it from us to distribute to illegals, to distribute it to special interests, going after working Californians. You guys, I thought you said you were Democrats, that you cared about working people. Every person you have up there is completely in lockstep with Wall Street, with every crony globalist interest. Oh, look at that. You've got Kevin Leon there shaking hands with Josh, the sitcom Newman. So what's going on here, folks? What's your problem? Don't you care about our veterans instead? Boo! Oh, brother, here's Josh Newman. Now what's he going to talk about? Poor Josh. Josh says, please don't recall me. We didn't have enough dead people voting for us. That was why. Oh, Josh Newman, maybe you should go dig some more graves and get some more dead people to vote for you. Boo! Shame on you, Josh Newman. Shame on you, Josh. You can't play the music loud enough. We know all about your corruption. Shame on you, Josh Newman. Boo! You like paying extra for your gas?
No, I'm gonna enjoy paying more for my beer.
For your beer?
Yeah.
Why?
Aluminum cans are gonna be more expensive.
I support the tariff. Really? You're trying to block this with the umbrella? Really? Okay. You don't have a, so you don't like paying higher gas taxes, right? Then why are you supporting this guy?
He doesn't own this place.
What?
Neither do Republicans own this place.
What do you mean own this place?
Just because they lost, they're putting up this big fight.
They should. This guy voted to raise my gas tax for crying out loud.
You can talk again? Because it's really loud.
Shame on all of you. Shame on you, Josh Newman. Shame on all of you. Would you like to pay my gas tax too? Look at this. They have all these people trying to block me. Look at this. What are you guys so scared of? I thought that Josh Newman was a man of the people.
And there's one of their paid cameramen right there. Force an outcome. Oh, I gotta call it that one. So tell me, Josh, you're trying to force an outcome, right? That's exactly what happened in 2016 when you got elected by but barely 1,000 votes. Shame on you, Josh Newman. Shame on you, Josh Newman. Are you gonna pay my gas tax? How about that, since you think it was okay to charge everybody? Look at these guys, these are like dancing with me. Let's just see this. Turn it down when he drops out. Folks, I'm just one person driving him crazy. Where's the rest of Orange County? There's that crazy lady from Brea who harassed us in front of a Walmart. Recall Josh Newman! Recall Josh Newman! Look at who wants to talk now? Nobody wants to talk now. Recall Josh Newman! Recall Josh Newman! Recall Josh Newman! Recall Josh Newman! Why don't you pay my taxes, buddy? How about that? Why don't you pay my taxes? You think it's okay to raise taxes on working Americans? How about you pay mine? Shame on you, Josh Newman. State senator doing here? Oh, look at him run now. Look at him scatter. Aren't you supposed to be following me? Josh Newman raised my gas tax. Josh Newman endangers American citizens. Josh Newman cares about illegals, not Americans. So tell me there, buddy. So tell me, what would you like to tell our homeless veterans, since you care more about raising your taxes to embolden your special interests?
All around this guy.
Hey, can we start with you? We might need more bricks than what we need along the southern border, buddy. I like that idea. That guy said build the wall. Can we build a wall around Josh Newman to make sure that he doesn't have a chance of ever getting elected? I would love that. Let's build a wall. Let's build a wall around the Democratic Party because they think it's okay to rip off working Americans to make working people pay higher gas taxes. Shame on all of them. Shame on all of them.
Not ripping off.
There you go. I want you to build that wall. And there's Jay Chin right there. Jay Chin thinks that Asian American students should be penalized just for being Asian. That's pretty damn racist, I think. I think that we should stop judging people by the color of their skin and rather by the content of their character. So
So please tell me, what would you like to tell our working veterans? What would you like to tell American citizens who struggle from day to day to pay their bills? And Josh Newman made it harder by raising your taxes. So tell me, what would you, this guy says he wants to pay more for his beer too. Okay, so he wants to pay more for his beer and more for his gas tax. This is what Democratic lunacy has done to some of the voters in the state of California. I don't know, is it white guilt? Is it American guilt? I really don't understand why you think you should be paying more money when the money isn't even going to the roads. The money goes to illegals. The money goes to pensions. The money is going to special interests in Sacramento who have bought up both sides of the aisle. So please tell me, oh, look at all these union people using the money from the workers that they steal so that they can promote candidates who steal more money from working people. I think that, why is it that so many union members decided to vote for Donald Trump? Because they were tired of their union leadership throwing them under the bus and taxing them to the hilt. Don't you guys have any shame? Don't you guys have any honor? Don't you care about men and women of all backgrounds who struggle to pay their bills? Hey, come on, Ben Allen, don't be shy. You care more about illegals than you do American citizens. Come on there, Ben, don't hide. You came all the way here from Santa Monica because you obviously care more about your political party than you do about the state of California. Tell me, what would you like to tell Drew Rosenberg? Oh, that's right, Drew Rosenberg is dead. His father, Don, is fighting every single day to ensure that no other child ever has to suffer the way that Drew did, killed by an illegal alien in, wait for it now, Sanctuary City, San Francisco. What is it about sanctuary cities? Well, they're not sanctuaries. They are outlaw cities that undermine the rule of law and endanger American lives. Kate Steinle had dreams too. What about her dreams? Oh, that's right. We only care about Josh Newman's dreams of hopefully getting reelected and beating a recall. And let me tell you something, folks. If it got this far, you know that this recall has legs on it, because most recalls fail. People can't get the signatures, but I helped them out. Lots of people helped him out. People from San Diego County, from Orange County, from Los Angeles County. We fought hard to ensure that Josh Newman wouldn't even be a one-term state senator. So tell me, Ben Allen, why do you care more about illegals? Why do you care more about Josh Newman's election prospects than you do American citizens? What are you doing here, folks? What are you doing here? Raising people's gas taxes, promoting boondoggles. You want to talk about boondoggles? Let's talk about the fact that Josh Newman is more interested in raising your taxes and pursuing this nonsensical cap and trade crap. Oh, and I've gone after both sides of the aisle, so don't play this partisan card with me. Where are you, Josh? Come out and play. Come on, Josh. You wanted to hide behind your veteran status, although people have already challenged it. Tell me, when are you going to hide that 4-year-old again? Is that what you're going to do? So look at this, folks. You have union people who show up. Union people, wake up. Democratic Party plays the workers' man card, and then they steal your money and promote these Wall Street frauds. How could you possibly be walking in lockstep with this nonsense? Wake up, folks. They take your money, promote candidates who rob you with their other hand, and then tell you to thank them for the favor. I want you to notice this. I'm only one person, folks, and people are already tied up. Orange County, wake up. Orange County, wake up. Do you want your health care being run through the DMV? Because that's what Josh Newman voted for. He voted for SB 562. If you like your doctor, you can keep your... Oh, well, actually, that didn't work out because Obamacare was a pack of lies. Do you really think that single payer is going to be any better? The same single payer where people are waiting in lines for months, for weeks, for years. Oh, look at that. There's Kevin Leon doing his little photo op so he can run for U.S. Senate against Dianne Feinstein. Hey, Michael Savage, we need to draft you to run for U.S. Senate because Kevin De Leon cares more about illegals than he does Americans. I know you're in San Francisco there, Mike Savage. You know what happened to Kate Steinle. You know what happened to Drew Rosenberg. You know what happened to Americans of all backgrounds. And there, look at Tony Atkins. She's thinking about all that money she's going to make from all that housing that's going to get constructed. Yeah, we're going to rip off American taxpayers, and we're going to take that gas tax and line our own pockets with it. Hey, where are you, Josh Newman? Are you hiding? Where are you, Josh? Where are you, Josh? Don't hide. You're the one who supposedly fought on the field of battle claiming to be a veteran, and now you don't want to come out and talk to me? Tell me to my face why you justify raising our gas tax. Tell me why you think it's okay to go after working people and take their money away. So tell me, Josh, why are you so afraid to confront an angry constituent who doesn't think that they should have to pay higher gas taxes? So tell me, why is it that you have a problem with working people not being able to pay their bills? Why did you make it harder for them to pay for their gas? Why do you have a problem with people who are just trying to get by in the state of California and you are more interested? Why is this going on? This is absolutely shameful. This woman doesn't even want it. Why are you supporting Josh Newman? He raised your gas tax. He has made it harder for Americans, young Californians, to go to a good school. Shame on all of you.
Can you go do it up there just so people can hear back here? We're trying to train folks.
No, I'm not gonna. I can go wherever I want to. It's a free country, and we got a problem with Josh Newman here, who thinks it's okay to steal our money completely in defiance of the needs of Americans, Californians who are struggling every single day, paying bills, whether it's electricity, whether it's gas, or anything in between. So please tell me, when all of these union people have to go back to their everyday workers, so please tell me, what are you going to tell the everyday workers who work at the cashiers, who are bagging the groceries, who are collecting the grocery carts, or the carpenters? You know, manufacturing is booming all over the United States, but it's not booming in California. Why is that? Because people like Josh Newman are still in charge. People like Josh Newman who are raising our gas tax. People like Josh Newman who believe in this cap and trade crap, who are raising it now another 70 cents on top of that. Shame on you, Josh Newman. Come out here and face me like a man. You claim to be a veteran, so tell me, why do you have a problem? Why do you think that homeless veterans should be ignored while you care more about illegals? Somebody tell me why they think it's okay that California has turned into an outlaw state. ICE is still here, folks. ICE is still here. They're still rounding up illegals. I would like them to start rounding up some of these undocumented politicians who want to protect the criminals and do not care about the Americans. Men and women of all backgrounds. All of this rant and rant, all of this screaming and yelling is not going to help you, Josh. You do not have the support of working men and women who see their gas has ballooned up to $3 a gallon. $3 a gallon, and it's going to go even higher. Now they want to try to shut down the refineries too. You know that Josh Newman wants to put everybody out of their cars, wants to put everybody what, back into a cave? Everybody going to ride on our horses? You should be ashamed of yourselves. Josh Newman is ripping off every working Californian, and now you have representatives from labor unions here who claim to be for the working people, and they're representing a state senator who's ripping them off with both hands. 13% gas tax hike, 70 cents more with the cap and trade. Someone please tell me how this is helping working people. So please tell me, why would you get in lockstep with a state senator who wants to rip you off, a state senator who wants you to pay higher gas tax, pay higher electricity, make it harder to find a job because the stupid forced wage hike is pushing people to unprecedented difficulties to even find work? We have men and women who graduate from college and they can't even find a job. What is the matter with this guy? Doesn't he care about, doesn't he care? I keep asking this. Someone please tell me, what has Josh Newman done for veterans? What has Josh Newman done for American citizens of all backgrounds? Men and women of different colors. I know Jay Chen is running around here. Jay Chen seems to have a problem with Asian Americans who score really high on SAT scores. He thinks that they should be punished for that. Please explain to me. I thought you guys were a party of tolerance and of acceptance, not punishing people just because of the color of their skin. Where have you been to help communities in Inglewood and Compton? Where have you been to help the Americans up and down the coastline who are seeing crime spiking? Let me see, I'm sure Josh Newman probably voted for Prop 47, for Prop 57. Josh Newman has no problem with people getting high on pot because that means that they don't have to worry about the pain of not being able to work because he raised the gas tax up. Gas tax hurts businesses. Gas tax hurts Americans. Gas taxes hurt investors. Who is going to want to build a business in the state of California when they know they're going to have to pay at least 13 cents and then another 70 cents on top of that for the gas? Hey, there's Queenie Steve right there, who thinks it's more important to protect illegal aliens than it is American citizens. What would you like to tell the residents of Gardena? What would you like to tell the residents of Gardena there, Steve? What would you like to tell them? Why do you care more about protecting a gas guzzler who raised our taxes there, buddy? There are black communities in Inglewood which you have ignored for decades. What about them? What about the firebombings that have happened in Harbor City when black families were killed by illegals? Where were you for that there, Stevie boy? Where were you? Sorry, not going to work this time. Shame on you, Steve. Shame.
Back away, please.
Shame on you, Steve. Shame on you. You're the one who touched me, lady. Look at this. You got a lady here who supports Josh Newman, who disabuses his veteran status, and now this lady is getting in my face here for some crazy reason. Why are you ruining the American flag? Josh Newman has dishonored the American flag when he claims to be a veteran, but he cares more about raising our taxes. He cares more about doing whatever the Sacramento Democratic machine tells him to. Oh, and let's talk about all the Me Too allegations. How many more women are going to have to cry out to end the sexual assault done by one Democrat after another? One Democrat after another is abusing women. How many times have I heard or read they either forced them to put their hands in their pocket? Was it Raul? Was it Gropa Negra? He said to one of his staffers, "Put your hand in my pocket." That's pretty shameful. Why would they do that? Shame, shame. You've got the Democratic Party that cares more about womanizing, that cares more about raping the taxpayers when they're not raping state legislative staffers. We have women and now men. Christina Garcia loves to grab other men, and now she is on leave. Where were you, Josh Newman? Why weren't you there to speak up for the men as well as the women who were molested and abused? And there's Richard Roth there eating a bagel, but he doesn't seem to care about the men and women who have been harassed, abused, molested by other legislators and staffers. I bet Richard Roth knew all about what Raul Gropa Negra was doing, or let's talk about what Christina Garcia was doing, or let's talk about what Matt Dabobny was doing. And you know Sebastian Ridley Thomas, that guy doesn't have health issues, he has conscience issues, because this is a guy who was going after other people too. And it's going to get a lot worse, folks. The Me Too controversies are going to swallow the Democratic Party whole. You guys should be ashamed of yourselves. Ashamed of yourselves. Men and women need to be protected at the state capitol and all over the state. But now we see that Sacramento has turned into a sanctuary for criminals. Not just criminals in the country illegally, but for criminals who invade women and go after them and rape them and abuse them. Where are you, Josh? Don't be shy. Come on, Josh. You stand by all of these perverts, don't you? I wonder how many other people who are on that stage with you have abused women too. What about you, Tony? We know it's not just Christina Garcia who grabs other men or women. What about you there, Tony? Tell us about that, Tony. Don't be shy. Where are you, Josh? I don't see you. Aw, maybe he's hiding behind that 4-year-old again. Everybody take a look, folks. We have labor unions who are stealing from their own workers, who are promoting a candidate who stole from them again with a raised gas tax, with a raised cap and trade tax. Don't you guys have any shame? Don't you guys have any honor left? Why do you support Josh Newman? He rips off working people. This lady here has no limits. This woman has no boundaries. Oh, that's probably why you love the sanctuary state proposal, because you care more about illegals than you do American citizens.
Typical Trump guy.
Absolutely. I speak for myself and you don't. No one, W?
No wonder he's an idiot.
Why do you have Josh's back? Really? You're the idiot. You voted for a guy who raised your gas tax 13 cents and then another 70 cents.
Sick.
How old? You want Josh Newman is sick, absolutely. He doesn't care about working people.
You are.
Why?
Well, look at that shirt you got on.
It's a beautiful shirt. We won.
You lost. Suck it up, Buttercup. Trump won, you lost. And you're going to lose again when Josh Newman goes down in flames. The only reason he won was voter fraud. Nobody wins by 1,000 votes, and then all of a sudden there is a, 22% surge in the vote at the very last minute?
So what would you like to, do you have kids? Do you have grandkids? They're going to be paying higher gas taxes. You don't care about that? You don't care about your children paying higher gas taxes, yes or no? Why do you have a problem with that?
I'm sick because I want to see the gas tax go down. Really? Did you just say that? I'm sick because I want to pay less money. I'm sick because I want to pay lower taxes. That's what this guy just said here. No wonder you guys are hard to take seriously. Do you at least admit, can you at least acknowledge that Bernie Sanders got robbed? Because I do agree with that. Bernie Sanders got robbed, and we know Crooked Hillary was ripping off, took all of you Democrats for a ride. When she wasn't coughing her lungs out, she was ripping off children in Haiti. I'm pretty sure Josh Newman's probably part of that scheme too. Where are you, Josh Newman? Where are you, Josh? You are not a Republican, dude. You're a sellout. This guy, please keep him away from other children, just like that Josh Newman guy. That 4-year-old, I feel very sorry for her. No child should ever be used as a political prop. Come on, Josh. Don't be shy. Come on, Josh. Don't hide. Josh Newman raised your gas tax. Now you've got union people who have been told Union people have probably been told that if they don't walk precincts for Josh Newman, they're not going to have a job on Monday. This is shameful. Look at all these union people taking working money from working people so that they can promote taking more money from working people. How much did they pay you to be here, folks? How much did they pay you to be here, folks? Gas tax being raised, cap and trade raising it another 70 cents. What is the matter with, you guys are supposed to be for working people, and now here you are, you're stabbing in the back. Josh Newman raised your gas tax, not just 13 cents, but another 70 cents with the cap and trade. Have you guys lost your mind, or do you even have jobs? I wonder. This is beyond unbelievable. Orange County, wake up! Orange County, wake up! Josh Newman robbed you in 2016. This guy wins by 1,000 votes. We call it voter fraud. Josh Newman didn't win anything. Hi, Ben, how are you? Hey, State Senator Ben Allen, why do you care more about illegals than you do Americans? Why did the people in your staff try to blow me off?
Everybody, this is my state senator.
Hi, Ben.
Hi, Ben, how are you? So, whatever happened to that school choice bill that you and Hadley were supposed to be working on? This is my state senator. What are you doing down here?
I'm here supporting Josh Newman.
Why?
Because he's a great guy.
He's a great guy because he raised my gas tax 13 cents and then there's 70.
President Trump wants to raise your gas taxes too.
We're talking about Josh Newman first.
Well, let's talk about your share, because you're talking.
You don't want to talk about Josh Newman. Now, why is that?
I do want to talk about it.
You're okay with our gas tax being raised 83 cents. Do you even drive a car?
12 cents.
Do you have a car? No, then you got the cap and trade, which is another 70 cents on top of that.
It all depends on how you.
Oh, brother, how it all depends. Cap and trade's a total scam. How can you even buy this garbage?
Do you want infrastructure or not in the state?
Oh, I absolutely do. I want it. We already had the money for it. Where's all the money been going? It's been going to excessive pensions and benefits. He's my state senator. I don't know why you're blocking him.
Why is your president calling for a gas tax?
So he's not your president. He is your president. Sorry, dude. You got to deal with it.
I guess he's ours.
He is your president. Deal with it.
Infrastructure.
Okay, so what's going on? Go ahead. So you have a problem with Trump now. What is it? Besides the fact that he's doing a great job.
He's a traitor. I mean, he's not.
Speak your mind. Go.
Russian spy.
I just.
You actually believe that? Oh, brother. I hope you're past that, because I know everyone else is.
Spy, but he's way too tight with the Russians.
How? How? Prove it.
How? I mean,
Did you not see him bomb that field in Syria? Putin didn't like that. Did you not see that Putin's now threatening us with nuclear arms? You want to know who is tight with Putin? Hillary Clinton, who's the one who helped get that deal going with the uranium. What else? So you're telling me that Trump wants to raise our taxes. How? How does Trump want to raise our taxes? You just said that. How?
Let's look it up. Man.
Go ahead, look it up right now.
Let's take a look.
Go ahead. This is my state senator, folks. I don't know why he's in Fullerton. When are you going to deal with the homeless problem in Santa Monica? That is outrageous what's happening on. You're not doing anything.
Support the homeless measures that we're on.
You want to know why? Because the money is going to illegals. It's not going to homeless. LA County wastes so much money. Are you seriously telling me that I should be supporting another initiative by LA County where they spend more money going after?
What is it, Ben? You don't want to talk to one of your constituents?
You want to talk to me, man.
You are blowing me off. You don't even want to answer me.
Now, you know, Ben Allen here said that he was going to prove to me, Ben Allen was going to prove to me that Donald Trump wants to pay raise my taxes, but then he runs away. That's because Donald Trump isn't raising taxes, he lowered them. Now, why is it that every single Democrat voted against the tax reform? Why is that? Why is it that Donald Trump is cutting taxes, but Democrats want to keep raising them? Why do you guys keep wanting to rob Americans? Why do you not care that working people are struggling? There's Richard Roth there. There is a massive poverty rate in Riverside County. What are you doing out here? Shouldn't you be caring of, oh, he doesn't want to talk to me about the working poor in Riverside County. He'd rather come out here and help Josh Newman rip off taxpayers again. My gas tax is going up because of Josh Newman, who was a key vote to make that happen. Where are you, Josh? Why aren't you coming out to play? Ben Allen here runs away from me. Let's show the whole world. You're not much of a veteran, you just run away. Come on up, Josh Newman. Come on out. Don't hide behind this crazy lady right here who attacked me in the Brea Walmart. Where are you? Come on, Josh, don't be shy. Wow, he sure ran away really quickly. Now, I just want everybody to know that my state senator told me that Donald Trump was trying to raise our taxes. Then he said he was going to prove it, and then he ran away from me. Now, why would he do that? Because Donald Trump has lowered our taxes. Donald Trump is making America great again. Now, he could help make California great again, but California's got to get with the program. And one way to do that is to make sure that Josh Newman doesn't get reelected. Josh Newman, an advocate for veterans? Hardly. Josh Newman has made it easier for veterans to be homeless. Josh Newman has made it harder for working Californians to pay their bills. Somebody must be paying you to be here, otherwise you would be voting for anybody but Josh. You guys should be ashamed of yourselves. Don't you understand you're paying $3 a gallon right now, and that's going to be a pittance in 5 months when they try to shut down the refineries all over the state. What is happening? Orange County, wake up! Josh Newman is a fraud. There's a recall to get him. Nobody would be worried unless you see a crowd like that. Well, actually, it wasn't much of a crowd. They had 2 state Senate presidents show up for Josh Newman. They are that worried, folks. Throw out Josh Newman. Make Orange County great again. Josh Newman is a loser. Thank you. Get rid of Josh. Josh Newman is a loser. And he's making Americans lose money every day because he voted for that gas tax hike. Folks, this is what it's about. This is the fight we're fighting. Now, I'm only one person and I was out here. Can you imagine what would happen if there were 13? We have so much homeless here in Orange County. We need to be fighting this. Homelessness has got to stop. My gosh, lady, this is what people have been this is what they've resorted to in the state of... I just went over there right now. You know that guy, Josh Newman? He raised your gas tax. He raised everybody's gas tax. This is why part of the reason why we're seeing the homelessness here. Folks, this is Orange County. This is Orange County and we're seeing homelessness. This is Orange County, folks. This is Orange County. Look at this. I mean, I came here and I was like, am I really? I couldn't believe it. Almost felt like LA County. Jeez. Look at we got all these empty lots. We have all this emptiness. Oh, folks, this is very serious. I'm in Orange County. I'm in Fullerton. You see all this homelessness. Now, I'm one person and I was able to raise heaven. We need more people to be doing this. Josh Newman is in big trouble, folks. Otherwise, why would he have brought State Senate President De Leon? Why would he have had Tony Atkins? Why would they have done that? Why? He's in trouble, folks. Recalls are usually some of the most unsuccessful projects. It's very difficult to recall somebody. And yet we have Josh Newman here. He's really hanging on a limb here. This is really tough. Big issue, folks. Check this out. There's a WIC office in Orange County. People want jobs. They don't want welfare. We saw a homeless person there. There's Richard Roth right there. State senators driving all the way from who knows where. Hey, Richard, what would you like to tell Don't walk away. You voted for that gas tax hike. What did Jerry Brown give you to do that? You think veterans are going to be able to live off of someone else's taxes? You are a veteran, right? So why is it that you don't care that we have so many homeless veterans? Why did you vote for Sanctuary State too? Hey, you work for us, buddy. Don't walk away. Don't walk away, Richard. Look at this. He's got a nice little vehicle. That's a big-ass gas guzzler you got there, Rich. So tell me, what would you like to tell the working people? Why are you supporting Josh Newman? Hey, people of Riverside did not vote so that you'd raise their taxes, dude. Come on. What is it? You don't want to talk to the working people, huh? You think it's okay to rip people off? This is Richard Roth, folks. This is Richard Roth. Here he is, folks. There's Richard Roth, the state senator from Riverside. What is he doing out here in the middle of Fullerton, trying to promote a gas Gas tax hiking. There he goes, folks. We got another runner. You should be ashamed of yourself. Why is it that they always run away? Why do they always run away from constituents? Why do they run away from Californians, folks? Here he is. There's Richard Roth running away. We got another runner.
You're the man, dude. I watch all your videos.
He's a piece of crap. There he is, dude. Go after him.
Mr. Richard Roth voted for my gas tax hike. Richard Roth voted for Cap and Trade. Richard Roth supporting Josh Newman, who's ripping off the very veterans he claims to represent. The same veteran. We've got homeless veterans. I'm from LA County, you know.
Yeah.
I go to downtown. There are homeless every day. Veterans every day. Look at him. He runs away. Doesn't want to talk. Doesn't want to say anything. Look at all those union whores over there.
That's why you're here?
Yes. They were doing a little rally for Josh Newman.
Josh Newman, who rips off working people. Oh, there we go. Another Josh Newman acolyte.
No, this is a Republican who voted for the gas tax.
Lie. She's absolutely lying to you.
It's not. You can look it up.
You're a registered Republican and you supported Josh Newman?
Yes, I want the public.
She's not telling you the truth, folks. This is a lie. There were a whole bunch of Democrats there. They had Kevin De Leon. Yes, they did. I was there. And Tony Atkins was there. And there was Richard Roth there. Josh Newman, my state senator. Now they have to lie to me, too.
No.
The Democrats are desperate here because they know Josh Newman is going to get fired.
I want the public.
You should be ashamed of yourself. If you want the roads fixed, we had plenty of money already.
Where did all the money go? You tell me. It went to illegals. That's where it went. It went to pensions. It went to corruption.
It went to double dipping. That's where it went. And Richard Roth runs away from me, doesn't want to justify his crappy, corrupt vote. Your mother's an embarrassment for giving birth to you. You act like that in public? You should be ashamed of yourself. I hope that you do not have children. If you do have children, they've probably changed their last name by now.
That's how you do it.
Hey, man, how do I get a hold of you guys and go hang out, you know, go...
Okay, I'm live, so let me go off. Okay, just give me a sec.
All right, folks. That woman was lying to me. This was a Democratic hangout that had State Senator De Leon. It had State Senate President Tony Atkins. And now, folks, now we got to make sure that we get Josh Newman out of office.
All right, everybody. Folks, this is it. I will see you at the California Republican Assembly this afternoon.